All right, here's video number 2 for chapter 2, starting off with the mission statement. And the main question that it answers is, what business are we in? Why are we in business? What's the purpose of our business? And the one thing you have to remember is to never ever say that the mission of the business or the purpose of the business is to make money. Everybody knows that companies need to make profit and they need to make money to stay in existence, but you don't want that to be the purpose. The purpose should be around serving the customers, meeting their needs and wants, all of that, okay? Not around the profit aspect. All right, next, talking about a situation analysis or a SWOT analysis. This is definitely something you want to be aware of as well. Know that the S and the W, the strengths and the weaknesses, are internal. The opportunities or threats are external or environmental. All right, the strengths are what the company does well. Weaknesses, what they can improve upon. Opportunities are things externally, usually in the market or the industry, that gives them a chance to potentially make some money. And threats are things externally as well that could be damaging or hurtful to your company and its profits. Okay, internally, strengths and weaknesses. You can see what it focuses on there. Organizational resources usually are the things that have the biggest impact on the strengths and the weaknesses. And the listing of 6 different organizational resources there are a good starting point. All right, opportunities and threats. Remember, these are external or environmental forces. These are things that you really cannot control, but will still have an impact on your company. Again, there are 6 bullet points there that you need to be aware of. With these also, you have to consider forecasting, looking into the future, how it may affect the future of the organization, and if you can kind of predict maybe some economic or political changes that could be happening, it could be beneficial to look ahead as well. All right, competitive advantage. Competitive advantage is just unique features that a company has, that its products has, goods and services, that are perceived by the target market as significant, superior, or better than that of the competition. Right. Firm's competitive advantage is one of the main reasons that cause customers to decide to shop at that store or buy that particular company's products compared to that of the competition. Cost competitive advantage. Having a cost competitive advantage just simply means that you are the low-cost competitor in the industry. All right. This refers to the fact that your prices that you are selling your products for are low, but you still have to maintain satisfactory profit margins. This enables the firm to deliver superior customer value because you give the customer what they want at a very satisfactory price, and you're still making money as well. Ways that you can reduce your costs, okay, the cost of going into the product itself. Experience curves. Cost decline is experienced where the product increases and encompasses marketing, manufacturing, administrative costs, numerous things like that. Efficient labor. Labor costs in low-skill industries can be reduced by going offshore or outsourcing, going where the cost, the hourly wages are considerably less. No frills products, pretty much taking the bells and whistles off, just keeping it bare bones. Government subsidies. Governments may provide grants, interest-free loans, depending upon what industry you're in, to try to help stimulate the competition. Product design, cutting-edge design, and reverse engineering can offset costs as well. Re-engineering is, if you think of it in regards to like pruning, cutting back, eliminating some of the things that are not working from product lines. Any old or outdated factories that you can close, things like that to try to save you money. That's what we're talking about with re-engineering. Product innovations, new technology, simplified production techniques, those can reduce costs as well. And new service delivery methods. If you can save money based upon how you can get your product, your good or service to a customer and reduce costs, that would be ideal. Product service differentiation is a competitive advantage where you are providing something that is unique, that is valuable to the customer or the buyer, more so than just having a lower price than the competition. This tends to lead to a much longer lasting competitive advantage as compared to cost competitive advantage. All right. So this strategy is much more attractive to marketing managers than just having a lowest cost. All right. So you want to try to give them more than just the cost benefit. You want to give them a little bit more. Okay, your niche competitive advantage. This is where you are attempting to target a small segment or section of the market because you're a company who does not have the money or the people or the equipment to compete with the large companies. So you try to find a smaller segment of the market and try to make your product more attractive to them to be able to raise revenues and increase your profits. All right, sustainable competitive advantage is just something that cannot be easily copied by the competition. Coming up with something that is unique, that is difficult for them to take on as their own. It's a huge advantage to have because by the time a company is able to even attempt to copy your product, you have what's called the first mover advantage. You've been on the market long enough that if customers wanted to use this type of product, they had to buy it from you. They had to use yours, and hopefully your product is well made, reliable, at a decent price that if they like it enough that they would then come back and buy from you yet again. Some areas that you can attain sustainable competitive advantages are through patents, copyrights, depending upon if you have a product, if you wrote a song or a book or something like that. Difference between patents and copyrights. Excuse me. Where you're located could have a potential way to give you a competitive advantage. Equipment and technology that you're using, but one of the biggest ones is customer service. That if there's a problem, that you are taking care of the customer and that they know that you will take care of them if something does happen. All right, moving on. Setting marketing plan objectives and setting the criteria for your marketing plan objectives. Your marketing plan objectives is just simply saying, now, marketing plan objectives, all right, it's not what's on the screen, but marketing plan objectives are what do you want to accomplish through the marketing plan. Marketing objectives, which is what is on the screen, is what do you want to accomplish through your marketing activities. Right? And with both of them, make sure that they are realistic, measurable, time-specific, and compared to a benchmark. Right? A good example is listed there on this screen in the bluish-purple text box. Okay, criteria. You can see on the screen here, communicating the marketing management philosophy, has to provide management direction, motivate the employees. That's a big one. If you can get the employees motivated, they can work harder, more diligently, more efficiently, and more effectively. Force executives to clarify their thinking and form a basis for control. 5 good criteria for your creating good marketing objectives. All right, target market strategies. All right, so you can see what marketing strategy involves and marketing opportunity analysis, MOAs. All right, MOAs is important because you need to have a guess, an estimate of the size and sales potential of the different segments that you are interested in, that you're going to be looking at, specifically your target market and other similar market segments. Find out who the competitors are, both in the local area and potentially online and larger, and determine whether or not it's something to move forward with. All right, coming up with your target market, you're going to segment or break the market down into different groups based upon similar characteristics. They need to be broken down, whether it be demographically, geographically, based upon buying characteristics, maybe interests, hobbies, likes, dislikes, things like that. Then you're going to analyze all the different segments that you have and the attractiveness of each of the segments, and select at least one target market. It is feasible and possible to have more than one target market, but you need to have at least one. Okay, 3 strategies for selecting target markets are shown here. And these strategies actually are also discussed a little bit later in detail when we get to Chapter 8. But you can see here that you can appeal to the entire market with one marketing mix. You can concentrate only on one small segment of the market, or appeal to multiple markets or segments with multiple marketing mixes. All right, and this is where we're going to end so we can talk about the marketing mix on the next video.